Hey, and welcome back to Lang Speed and Cycle. I wanted to show you guys something kind of cool that I did a couple of years ago. My wife found a 1981 Yamaha SR250 for free on Facebook. And I went through the whole restoration process, very budget minded to get this thing back on the road. Check it out. Engine degreaser. You can't see in the video, but I actually had the jumper cables from my car going to the positive and negative battery terminals on the motorcycle. My buddy and I actually got this thing fired up without touching the carburetor or fuel tank or anything. We were just spraying the carburetor full of starting fluid. Not the right way to do it, but you know, gotta do what you gotta do. This bike hadn't been registered since 1996. The DMV had no record of it. It had 12,800 miles. So I quickly got after it, started cleaning out the tank, going through the wiring, and I cleaned out the carburetor as best I could with the tools I had. This was the beginning of the pandemic, and there really weren't that many parts available for it. So it was pretty crazy to just get started on this thing. I also got some sheet metal at a local hardware store to build a battery box for this thing. It looks a lot better in the pictures, but it was a little bit of a hack job. But this bike started really coming together. If you couldn't tell before, this tank was smashed on almost every side of it. And it was the beginning of the pandemic, like I said. There were no parts available. The nearest tank I could find was in New York, and I wasn't willing to take a risk trying to ship it. So, did what I had to do and restored the tank my way. I followed Vice Grip Garage's Harley fairing paint job, and it turned out amazing. Painted it that really candy black, and it turned out really well for what it is. And eventually, after riding it all summer, I let it go to some younger guys, and hopefully they're enjoying it still today. Please hit that like and subscribe button, and remember, find them, fix them, and drive them.